Here are some facts from my life. I wake up every day, I have to be lifted out of bed. I can move around the house in my chair. My mother is my carer. My name is Mark. I'm 13. I have a progressive disabling disease. It will get worse. Some people don't know how to communicate with me. Others are nervous even to try. It's no one's fault. But I don't recognise this description of myself. These facts, they're all true, but don't come close to the truth. There is another description of me I am more comfortable with. It would take ages to describe that piece of work. The real me, the real Mark. I am as complicated and as difficult to define as the real you, and as ordinary. Anyways, here are a few highlights. I love good movies. I worry about global warming. My mind is always full. I support Newcastle United, unfortunately. When I dream, I am not locked in a physical body. I have a few great friends. I am an exceptional judge of good bands. Don't mind what me mate Hendo says. Chocolate eclairs? Heaven. My hormones are all over the shop. My body might be paralysed, but my spirit is a gymnast. I'm in love with Hendo's sister, and I'm so not ready to tell her. Let me tell you a quick story. We're living in a local authority house, right? You know the kind, 2 up, 2 down. It's fine. Good neighbours, grand area. I'm living a normal life. Sports, hanging around, school. Apart from worrying too much sometimes, I'm able to control my life. But things change. I get diagnosed with this progressive illness. Can't believe it. It gets worse and worse. My movement gets more restricted. I need a wheelchair. And I need help all the time. The house becomes a nightmare. I can't go upstairs without being carried. I can't go outside. There's no safe surface. The shower is impossible to use. There isn't enough room to get me from the bed into my chair. So many things. So many facts. Just when all my mates are getting more independent, I'm getting more dependent. Just when they are feeling freedom, I'm feeling trapped. Me and my mum realised we can't live in that house anymore. The local authority is meant to provide proper housing for everyone. Everyone includes people with a disability. So we get on to them. They say they have a place. They're adapting especially for us. Great, we think. We go see it. It isn't right. My illness means that my needs are changing. So, I need a place that'll be okay for me into the future. If we took that house, I would have been back to square one in no time. We told them, but they wouldn't change their mind. Take it or leave it. We didn't take it, but we didn't leave it either. I don't need sympathy. I just wanted respect. So we asked for what was right and fair. My mum is not just my carer. She's my mother. And she's been my champion. We got into this long battle. Letters and more letters, meetings, my doctors. My physiotherapist spoke up for me. Other experts wrote letters for me too. All I have is my dignity. This is not about my disability. It's about my ability. My ability to control my life as much as I can. To make my own decisions. The authorities should help you do that, not stop you.
The Ombudsman for Children's Office received a complaint from Mark and his mum. They claimed his needs were not being met by the house offered, that his quality of life would be severely restricted. They also felt that their case was not being reviewed or treated fairly. Following an investigation, the OCO found that there was no evidence that the house had been adapted for Mark's specific needs and that their case wasn't dealt with fairly. The OCO made a number of recommendations, including that Mark's case be reviewed to find a suitable housing solution, that the local authority's way of dealing with cases like this be reviewed and improved. The local authority accepted the findings and recommendations were fair and accurate and set to work to make things better.
The OCO made a big difference to my life. I'm 16 now. We have a new place. It's just what I need. I have as much of my independence back as I can hope for. My life is now. I can't rewind it, and I can't get back the time we spent fighting for fairness. Time is precious, especially when you've got an illness that is getting worse. The thing is, there are plenty of other children and young adults like me. That's why I think it's so important that problems like this don't happen, and if they do, they get solved quickly and efficiently. That days of being able to live as full a life as possible aren't stolen from you, and that people are treated with respect. These were some facts from my life, and here's another one, an important one. I eventually got the courage to tell Hendo's sister I was in love with her. What a mistake. The lads are not happy.